Hey everybody, Jeff Oriema here. I've been on the program committee for several conferences. I've given many technical talks, including keynotes. I've seen thousands of talk abstracts, and believe me when I say, things are changing quickly now that AI has enabled people to put together words more quickly than ever. Here's my advice to you as you prepare a talk abstract for your next CFP. First and foremost, ask yourself this. Do you really, truly, deeply want to speak at a conference? It takes many hours of prep. Putting slides together can be a chore, and being on stage is an experience that many people find stressful. Of course, there are great benefits. Being selected is an honor. It looks great on a resume or CV, and nothing improves your public speaking skills more than speaking in public. The process of researching and shaping your talk deepens subject matter expertise and can be fun. Well, maybe not fun, but fulfilling. If you still want to do this, great. It's time to choose your topic. The most important principle here is don't be selfish. You might have worked on something extremely clever. You might have a new open source project that you're proud of. You might have a hot take that you feel like you need to get out there. That mindset, I want to share this, is selfish. The conference program committee will know it. The audience will know it. Of course, you'll need to draw upon your expertise and experiences, but once you have a good inventory of stuff you could talk about credibly, work backwards from what the audience will take away. If you built Project X, ask why anyone else would care. Speak to their needs first. Be vulnerable. Instead of talking about Project X itself, talk about the biggest challenge in the implementation, the platform constraints that you are working with. This invites the audience to experience that journey with you. Maybe some of them have navigated that same challenge and will learn from your journey. So, when choosing a topic, don't dwell on the what. Dwell on who and why. Who will be listening and why will they care? Next, do not write your talk yet. Do not even outline your talk yet. You're wasting your time as you don't know whether it will be accepted. At this stage, focus on the abstract. This is a short, maybe 1200-ish character maximum summary of your talk. An abstract is a billboard. It's the thing the program committee will read when evaluating it, and it's what the conference goers will see when deciding whether to attend your talk. Some people start with the title. Others start with some bullet points. I've done both approaches. From these initial sketches, put together 2 or 3 paragraphs, minding the specific character or word count limit for the conference, that describes your talk from the point of view of the audience. This is where AI can help or hurt. If you choose to draft using an LLM, plan to edit it heavily. At the bare minimum, find and rewrite any potential AI tells like M dashes and phrases like, it's not X, it's Y. But it's rare that an LLM can produce a compelling abstract on its own. It can help with structure, grammar, and brainstorming, but you need to bring your unique voice and taste into the mix as much as possible. Finally, settle on a title. I'll be honest, when I have a pile of hundreds of talks to review as part of a program committee, I don't always read the abstracts carefully. I'm sure I'm not alone. So the title and the first few sentences of that abstract are prime real estate for attention overloaded reviewers. That does not mean that sensationalism or BuzzFeed style headlines will have the intended effect. Be honest, be true, and make your title have just enough cortisol to capture interest without being frivolous. Here's an example, a talk about debugging distributed systems. On the one hand, somebody could go with something really straightforward, debugging distributed systems. That title is easy to scroll past, though. On the other hand, you could really amp it up and go with something like, everything you know about distributed systems is wrong. People might stop and pay attention, but it could be a major turnoff and work against you in the long run. For this talk concept, I'd recommend a title like, When Logs Lie, Debugging Distributed Systems. The word lie is a bit provocative, but all the rest of the words are descriptive, so it doesn't feel over the top. Another alternative suggestion for this same talk concept. Finding bugs that don't exist on one machine. There's an element of mystery in the title that makes me drawn into the abstract. But the main topic of the talk is still implied. So, to recap, make sure you really want to do this. Find stories that you are uniquely positioned to tell. Think about your audience first when crafting the narrative. Use your good taste and judgment to prevent AI slop from taking over your description. And make your title interesting without resorting to cheap tactics, which can backfire. See you on the conference stage. That's it for now. See you next time.